Hey, I'm Matt, the founder of Sign Customizer, and today I want to share with you the most impactful update that we've made in the last 4 to 5 years of operating our business. This is a update that since day one we knew merchants wanted, and we just at the time it was something that was almost technically impossible to do. Today, it is with massive excitement that we are able to showcase to you our new feature we call AI Sign Designer. And without further ado, let's go through it all. Let's start by showing you some examples of what it can actually do. I'm going to start with a very simple test, just a SVG file. So I'll show you the preview of kind of like what it looks like. This is the SVG file. As you can see, it's a very simple shape, right? When it comes to these kind of like simple shapes, SVGs, yeah, it's absolute perfect for what we've built. So what occurs is we're going to process the image on our back end, and we're going to basically do a ton of processing in the back end to convert that image into a workable sign type. So what has been returned back is our interpretation of that image, that SVG image that I uploaded and has been processed by a sign customizer. As you can see here, it is pretty much a perfect representation of the image and the design. The really cool thing here is all the options such as colors, and sizing, and pricing, and pretty much most of the options that we have currently created for text-based signage are also enabled for the AI Sign Designer. So that means stuff like your colors that you've added already, all the sizing, like, jackets, materials, the backboards as well. All that's going to just work. You don't really have to change many of the options if you're already using our app. That's a really simple image, right? And you say, okay, cool. It's an SVG image. That's cool and all. But what about what about for everything else? What about customers who supply really bad images, low quality images? How does that work with Sign Customizer? Yes, let's show you. I am going to take, let's try this one. This one is a terribly bad image, I would say, supplied by a customer. It has a missing half sun. The text is half cut off. The quality is super low at just 108 kilobytes. It's a JPEG image. Let's see what it can do. Alrighty, and here is the image now processed by our AI Sign Designer. One thing you can see here clearly is the image that the customer supplied image, only had the sun like barely showing, and the new text was completely cut off, right? Yet in what we can see here right now is a really cool example of how our technology can transform that design into a completely usable sign design, and actually extrapolate out the design from really terrible results, like a really terrible example that I gave. The image was low quality, cut off. And low quality in terms of sizing, and the file size were actually quite small in terms of the detail and also the dimensions themselves, right? Yet it doesn't matter. We are able to basically take almost any image of very varying quality, anything from like really high level to really low level, and are able to produce cool designs. Now, as you can see here, like traditionally, this would have required a designer, a person, to go ahead, take that design from a customer, open it in Photoshop or whatever, and create the design. No longer is that the case. This is all completely automatic. So one other thing that I should say as well, is these AI interpretations. They're just that, interpretations, right? They are not going to be a one-to-one match, especially when it comes to the design files like the one I showed you. For simpler logos, the one-to-one match is almost always going to be just that, a one-to-one match. When it comes to the type of image that I just presented to you here, because of those, it's super low quality, it's a super busy image, things are cut off. The only thing you can do is interpret it, because you're going to have to, either you're getting a human to do it or you're getting a machine to do it. It doesn't matter, but it still is requiring a interpretation. But and saying all that, when it comes down to it, this interpretation is really cool. Like, I think it's a really good example. And another really cool thing here from here on out is I can go ahead and I can change the individual components, or a majority of them. Just here, I can go ahead and I can change, and it varies for image to image because every design is unique, right? But just like that, I can go ahead and I can have a very different image now to what was presented on that supplied file. When you change options, the design will reset back. But like, here you go, look at that. It just, you can create almost anything. Like, it's really cool. Like, from a image that a customer supplies to a sign design that is actually able to be produced and manufactured is now almost 100% automated. And that, I think, is just allows for an amazing new possibilities for merchants all around the world. Merchants and manufacturers, I should say. Yeah, from like, your small time operator to your massive powerhouse. I think this technology is going to transform the operations. I will do another image, and I'll do something a bit more simpler. So for images like these ones, and even one like this, our app works extremely well as well. Again, you'll notice that one's a PNG and one is a JPEG. Let's begin by showing this one here, the Officeworks one. Your customers can, upload something like this, and they can then change the colors to suit their needs. Let's continue on. So I have this one here, which is a great one too, to illustrate the capabilities of our AI sign designer. So this is a PNG, and as you can see here, it's got a watermark on here. The texture is grainy. It's on a like a material. So yeah, with a very much textured background here. How would this look as a neon sign? Let's find out. one of the cool things here is as well, so after about 10 seconds, what's going to happen is we're going to show this form here that's going to allow the customer to enter the first name and the name and email, and it's going to send an email with the link to continue to editing the this design. So because we know that some some images will probably take up to 1:30, sometimes a little bit longer, and we know that a lot of customers won't really wait around. However, we've basically got this form here to capture the details, and just look at the example that that has been produced here. Like that in itself, what I just showed you before is a really hard image to process using traditional image processing techniques because of those textures and the watermarks and all those kind of things, right? But as you can see, it's just like knocked it out of the park. When you say, hey, I want this design to be a neon sign, I don't think it really gets much better than what has been produced here. So yeah, that's kind of like in a very quick illustrative format, like, AI side designer, where what our capabilities are at this current point in time, and like how it all works. So just a few kind of expectations kind of thing is it 100% foolproof? No. Is it going to increase your current revenue? Yes, because now no longer are you having to get your customers to basically submit a form of their design. Your team's going to have to traditionally process, I'm talking in a traditional process, is your customers would have to submit a design, wait for you to process that image in like a manual process using your staff or yourself to basically design that image and send it back to them as a concept and saying, hey, here is our rendition of that sign, and here's the price and all that kind of stuff. We've been able to basically automate that entire process, right? And, what would take like hours to days normally is now done in automatically in minutes. This is going to be a huge revolution in terms of winning more quotes and winning more sales when it comes to signage, selling signs online. So we can do this for currently where it stands for neon signs. We can also do this for channel signs, which I'll show you now. So here I am in my acrylic channel sign customizer demo, and I am going to upload I'll upload the same one, the office work ones, just for you to see. Okay, here it is. And all the options that you would expect and all the options that we support for channel signs will work with this as well, just straight out of the box. If you've already got a customizer set up for selling acrylic channel signs, channel metal signs, then yeah, it's just going to work. And now not only can you sell letter signs automatically, you can also sell pretty much almost any design that a customer will supply for acrylic signs and metal channel signs as well, which is really awesome. You'll be able to change, the colors, trim, the backlit or the front light glow if you've got that option enabled as well. It's all just going to work. Finally, let's just show a nice and simple logo and how that's presented on channel signs, which I think is going to be like the core or the most amount of usage that merchants will be receiving from customers, especially when it comes for channel signs. And there it is. There is the logo that was being transformed. And you can see here, this is just going to be a game changer. So, as a merchant as well, you're probably thinking, all right, I can now accept these custom designs. The customer is going to be able to purchase them on my store. And what happens now? So, from the backend management, what you can do as a merchant is all the submissions that customers make for these designs can be found in the design files and form submissions, which is the design. Yeah, just there. Click on there, and you can see here that in the AI design files, we're going to be able to present to you for every submission. You'll be able to preview what they submitted. You'll be able to download the SVG as well. So let me just show you that SVG is going to be that rendition that the customer was able to change and edit using the colors and the sizing, that kind of thing too. Okay, and that is all accessible through the admin as well. Yeah, just know that one, you're going to get the original image supplied by the customer. Two, you're going to get our interpretation as an SVG of the custom sign design. And from that, you're able to basically take that SVG and you'll be able to manipulate it further to suit your manufacturing process. E.g., you might need to clean it up a little bit more to use it for your CNC machines or router machines or anything else. But in a nutshell, it's kind of like sped up that whole process from receiving a custom design quote, and one, you now get the money up front because the customer has already purchased the sign, and two, you've got a SVG file, so a scalable vector of the sign design that you can just take in and quickly maybe do some final edits. Or for a lot of the time, you probably don't even need to do the final edits. You'll be able to take it straight to manufacturing programs, import it in there, and set, as I say, send it straight to the printer, which is really, really awesome. And so we'll continue to basically improve the SVG generation so that it can work better with your manufacturing solutions. We, the thing that we've already produced here, the results that we produced, we know will work already really well. And I think I've given enough examples here to clearly illustrate the capabilities of the AI sign designer and how you can use it on your store to sell neon signs and channel signs. We will be rolling out this feature for all our other existing sign types. That is just a product type by product type kind of scenario, as we just further improve this feature across the board for all of our existing options. We can't wait for you to start using it. As I expressed just before, this is going to be, I think, a pivotal moment for a lot of merchants, and even large manufacturers. In fact, if you are a large manufacturer and want to take this technology that we've built and integrate it deeply into your manufacturing process, then we want to talk to you because it's this feature that we've built isn't just for the way that we presented it currently in on Sign Customizer here in this demo that I wanted to show you. We are setting up an API that will allow you to basically take the core image transformation functions that we've built and allow you to deeply integrate it into your existing system. So we see that large manufacturers and large sign sellers in general are going to have a much more custom experience. And what we're doing at Sign Customizer in general as a business is we are opening up every aspect of our app through an extremely powerful API that will allow for just integrations well beyond what we already support, and will allow you to utilize the best features that we've built and integrate it into your solution. So thank you very much. We're looking forward to continual updates to this new feature, and even further how we integrate AI in general. I would say that from here on out, we are an AI first company, like many companies of today, technology companies of today, moving towards that. The expectations and results that we produce, we're not going to say that it does everything, because it doesn't. We use a lot of traditional processing techniques as well in order to achieve the desired results that you've seen today. And we will definitely be using AI as much as possible and as much as the technology allows for real world business cases that has a real impact on the bottom line for you as a merchant, as a business in the signage industry. And so that's what we're super excited about, to continue to develop and work with you as a merchant, and keep exploring the technology and pushing it as far as it can. Thank you and goodbye.